Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Jared Goff and the London Monarchs versus Patrick Mahomes and the Oklahoma City Bisons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oklahoma City Bison and the London Monarchs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25-yard
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun. Goff. He'll air this. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
He's tackled.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 22 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Damian Harris with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
James Robinson.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 16 carries, 57 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
He'll run it, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Gain on the play. First down, Oklahoma City.
On first down, Robinson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run. Robinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down, Oklahoma City.
On the run, it's Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He was brought down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And these guys locked into that number 1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season a perfect 16-0?
And it all comes back to philosophy of the organization, philosophy of the head coach, and, of course, the locker room itself. What do the players want to do? And I think what most teams would do in this situation is approach it, let's win every game, but let's be smart about doing it. So that doesn't mean that they're going to go all out if, indeed, they do need to rest a few people.
These two teams all tied after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
On second down, this is Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on third, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "35 yards that time on the punt.
First down and 10. At the 40.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Toss play to Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Mahomes pass.
Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
14, Monarchs 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the toss, here's Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. London about set to take over on offense, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and
throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And on now is the punter. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Taking on the midfield logo. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now on 4th down, Vic Fangio going to send out the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
17. Monarchs 7.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own.
So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Yeah, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long. It's Goff. It's wearing the tight end with it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It is the final weekend of the regular season, final day of the calendar year as well. A lot of action to update you on, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Complete to James Robinson. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of 16 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
James Robinson, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Mahomes.
Amari Cooper. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 10, Goff over the middle here to Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Goff's pass intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 20.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor, but on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And they rattle off a big one. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. This is Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
3rd and 5.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Goff now looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over. And just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 29, Mahomes throwing the out route and complete. That's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Oklahoma City.
To throw, it's Mahomes. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
Monarchs 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Harris, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 30 on second down, Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
On the pickup. Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff completes this to Waring. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Goff on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4.
Now a second down and 6. They'll run it now with Robinson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Robinson.
James Robinson, the ball carrier.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Jared Goff.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Goff throwing again. Got a man. It's Mims. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's good.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Goff on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Again, Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for only a couple. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
to the air again. Goff. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Damian Harris, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Throwing again is Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Oklahoma City, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.